No. Oh, no.
I don't know. Only try. Go ahead, we're live.
Alright, welcome back to Cave. We are the Cave People.
Cave people
And we believe that the fail that gains together.
stays together. All right.
Welcome back.
Today we have
This way.
something special. I don't think they can see anything.
We can't.
I don't think so. All right, we're having some. It's a little low, but. All right.
I guess
We're gonna play some Mr. President for you.
Let's just shift the camera back and forth. As
If you are not familiar, what are you doing?
I'm moving it back up. Oh,
Is that what you want to do?
I don't know. It's pretty low down there.
Okay, you put it up here. It works better.
I guess. Alright, just continue.
I mean, we can move the camera around.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Anyway, we're playing Mr. President. If you are familiar, this is a game from GMT. It's a solitaire game that we don't play solitaire. We play it together. We make the decisions together. That's all. I mean, it's a single player game, but we're making the decisions collaboratively, and that's how we've done it before. This game this is not going to be a review of the game or anything like that. This is just a live playthrough.
This is only part 1 out of many.
And this is the first turn sequence for this particular portion of the playthrough here. All right. That'll work. So this is the first turn sequence, and this game is played over the course of 4 years, and you have 4 different activation phases that you go through, and you do different things. There's a whole lot of books. There's a whole lot of charts. There's a whole lot of dice rolling, a whole lot of decision making. It's a table hog. This is a 4x6 table, and you can see that the game is literally taking up
The entire table.
just about all of that 4x6 space that we have. Okay. Over here, what you're going to see, this is kind of the
Running the
presidential board. I don't know.
running the U.S. basically.
Yeah, you got some conflicts. You got some strategic capabilities. We have our crisis piles over here that we're going to
And we
draw
got
from.
our bipartisan.
We have our bipartisanship, any bills, our friends, state of the economy, media relations, all that stuff's down here that I just moved around.
Media relations is at 4.
What's
That's at 5. That's at 4, I think. Actually, 4, I think.
all right. Anyway, okay, and then here in the middle we have our tokens, and then we have a war going on because this is the Bush presidency, the second term. Okay, so the war is going on here, and then over here
we've got
we
the
have
entire rest
the
of the world.
United States and the rest of the world, and the status that goes along with them. So all the troops, all the
And
intel,
part of the
all the
microwave.
terrorist
Part of the
groups.
microphone.
All right, so that's kind of how you set the game up.
A lot. It's a lot, but you'll get it eventually.
It takes.
We did it way quicker than we did it the first time.
Takes a
this
long
time.
time to set the game up. Takes a long time to get the game going. We are not professionals. We have played 2 scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
This will be the third. We played the sandbox scenario out of the gate. We ended up winning but not
that.
by a whole lot. And then we played Bush's first term.
We won that by.
And we won that by a landslide. We really destroyed that scenario. And then we just started this one, which would be the second term after the re-election. We'll see how this one goes. This was a 2023 release, and I had it, I think, as the 4th best game. I rated it as the 4th best game that I played in 2023. This game's fantastic. It's outstanding. GMT does great stuff. We have many GMT games on our shelf. Twilight Struggle, Horn of Africa, Red Sea. We have this. We have Samurai Battles, the Commands and Colors stuff. Yeah, we have all kinds of stuff from GMT. So love every minute of every GMT game that I've ever played, and that's not a lie. So,
Same.
all right, we'll get going here.
All
Let's
right.
get going with the turn structure.
You
So,
want to turn structure first?
activation phase 1 right here. We have Russia and China acts. So that's what this token is going to indicate. All right, that's our turn sequence.
All right, 1 through.
Are these discarded cards? What's this?
Yes. All right, 5. What would that be? Be Russia or China? I think that's Russia.
5 should be Russia.
Yes. 5 is Russia. Russia X. You want to read this?
Okay, so Russia acts. Now, a whole lot of stuff is going to happen here. I'm going to kind of say what's going to happen in the book according to what's going on here, and then Lewis will be mostly playing out the actions as we do them. So, all right. So let's see here. We're going to determine if victory and auto player loss. That has not happened because we just set the game up. So we know that's not going to happen. Then we do posture changes and results. Then we improve strategic capabilities. We do any espionage. We improve the economy or lower the economy depending on what's going on. Then they do dependent actions, and then we do the remaining action hierarchy. So this phase of the game takes a while. This is probably the longest phase of the game. Okay, Russia does not have a base in Europe. They do not have 9 or more influence counters. Either Eurozone stability is less than 5 or NATO UK have relations that are worse than very close. So we are good there. Because Eurozone stability is 6. That's where it starts in this game. Okay, if they've not won the game, did we just draw the crisis chit? We did not. Okay, so it has not been drawn because we're using the flip book. Then we consult the results below. So begin by possibly changing Russia's posture and relationship with the U.S. So the first thing we need to do is determine whether Russia's posture changes and further effects of accumulated tensions. Flip all the tension counters on Russia, total their values, and then resolve the first condition that applies.
+1.
+1. What is their posture? Their posture
1.
Posture 1. Okay. It's not 5 or more.
Ooh, that's gross.
What?
There's an ant.
Okay, we use the paper towel. We were playing in the basement. If the sum of the counters is 0 or 1.
Wait, what?
If the sum of the counters is 0 or 1.
What counters?
It's 1. Attention counters, you just flip.
Oh, okay.
Place a trending pro-US counter on the relations track with the U.S. All right. So for every increment 5, all right. If posture 2, if posture 2, if posture 2, no. Is their strength of economy 3?
Strength of economy is 4.
Okay, hold on. This part always confuses me a little bit. So, if currently a posture 1, and the sum of the flip tension counters is 5 or more, and the relations with the U.S. is 1 or 2, increase posture 2. We don't do that.
Yeah.
Poor economy, look over their impetus. If Russia is at posture 1 and would not otherwise be entitled to increase to posture 2, but their strength of economy is 3, immediately increase them to posture 2. This represents a government approach of let's get more aggressive abroad and take the people's minds off troubles at home.
They're State economy is at 4.
So we'll move them to posture 2.
Add this to the cup.
And we add that to the cup.
Move them to posture 2.
Posture 2. So if currently a posture 2 and the sum of the flip tensions is 0, 1, and the relations with the U.S. is 4 or 5, it's not.
Nope.
Okay. All right, so just place trending pro-U.S. And immediately before we perform any other actions, remove all tension counters, and then redraw half rounded down, so we won't draw any. We'll just take this tension counter off, add it back to our little pile that we're going to shuffle up. And we don't redraw any. All right.
That's all we did for that.
Correct. Increase strategic capabilities. Make 2 if currently a posture 1, or 3, there's 3 attempts, to improve Russia's strategic capability according to the priorities below. So for each attempt, we're going to roll a d10, subtract 1 if there are any sanctions on Russia. I don't think we have any sanctions,
Nope.
do we? No? Okay. A 1 to 4 result, 1 to 5 result equals a success. All right, so we use this hierarchy to determine areas in which Russia trails the U.S. by 2 or more. Attempt to improve each of those areas once until you are out of attempts or all areas have been attempted. If there are more than 2 or 3 areas determined randomly, so we're ahead by 2 or more in all areas, because that's how we started the scenario. So since we're ahead in all areas, we're going to just start at the top and go down until we have done 3 attempts.
Okay,
So for
1.
Air Force training and tech, we're trying to improve Russian capabilities. Go ahead and roll.
We are?
No, they are. A
Oh.
1 to 5 roll is a success here.
7.
That's a fail. All right. Ground Forces training and tech.
9.
That's also a fail. Naval Forces training and tech.
6.
Okay, so they fail all over the place.
Well, that was interesting.
Yep, that's true. We have no more remaining. All right, move on to espionage. After attempting to improve, conduct espionage. Is our relationship a 1 or 2 over there with the U.S.?
Relationship?
Yeah, relationship with the U.S. What's the relationship with the U.S.?
3.
3. Okay. So they make 1 espionage attempt. For each attempt, apply DRMs below and roll a d10. So let's get ready to roll here. We're going to, let's see, what are the DRMs that we're going to apply?
Aren't there like a lot?
-1 or 2 if it's higher than us. No. Is any U.S. ally currently estranged?
Yes.
Who?
Gulf
US
states.
ally?
Gulf states.
U.S. ally,
Oh,
dude.
no.
If any U.S. ally with any except India and the Gulf states is not very close.
Nope.
Okay, we're good there.
Oh, I mean, DPRK is
The
that
U.S. Lewis. Listen to the reading, please. +1 or 2 if U.S. cyber warfare is 1 or 2 higher,
Yeah.
respectively. So it's 2 higher. So it's a +2 to DRM.
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it?
+2 if there's a +2 DRM next to espionage counter on Russia. There's not.
No.
And they don't have it for the remainder of the game. So they're going to roll with a modifier of +2.
Okay. So it's a total of 12.
Total of 12. U.S. counterintelligence identifies major Russian cyber espionage network on Western soil. Place a trending anti-U.S. counter on Russia's relations with the U.S. track. The U.S. player may then either, it's our choice, apprehend/expose those spies, disrupt Russian networks, and embarrass Russia on the world stage, or we can use counterintelligence treasure trove to create long-term advantage and feed disinformation to Russia. So
I'd
which
say
would you like to do?
Number 2, long term.
You want to feed disinformation?
What do you want to do?
That's
too?
fine. Okay. Immediately decrease the Russian cyber warfare box 1. Well, that didn't
There,
that
it
sound
can't
good.
happen.
Increase Russian NATO relative strength on the conflict track 1 box in NATO's favor. So Russia, NATO, strength goes 1 towards NATO.
So it's a +2 NATO.
+2 NATO. And then place a +2 DRM for espionage for the remainder of the game on Russia. Okay. We really screwed them there.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. +2 DRM for the rest of the game?
Yeah.
For espionage? All right. Well, they rolled poorly.
We
rolled well,
poorly.
I guess. All right. Attempt to improve the economy. Strength of the economy is at 4. So we're going to roll. No unilateral sanctions, no multilateral sanctions, right?
Nope.
All right. -1 per influence counter in Eurozone, Eastern Europe, Central South Asia. Any of those?
2 in Central South Asia. 3.
3. So they're going to be -3 here on this roll.
That is not a good thing.
No, it's fine.
Roll it.
Roll it.
-2.
Okay, well. Can't go negative. So place an improving economy counter.
They
on
already
Russia.
had an economy improvement.
Yeah, you put another one on there.
Oh, I thought they just improved.
Is it just improve, or do we have to consult the manual on this one?
Governing.
So another thing about this game, there are a whole lot of rules, and kind of hard to memorize all of them. So sometimes we have to consult the book.
What is it?
So they have an improving economy counter now. We're placing a second one. It might be that we just move it up 1 and then remove the counter.
Section what is it? Economic assistance?
No.
That was the only E.
It has to do with the counters.
Russia.
All right. I will calculate the number of Russians' actions. So relation with the U.S. is neutral. So it looks like they're going to get either 4 or 5. Yeah, either. Oh. No, they're either going to get 5 or 6. Well, we subtract 1 from the total number because we rolled a 9 plus. No, we didn't. Never mind. Okay. So we'll perform these actions independently. They're either going to get 5 or 6 actions. So let me see the book. We're going to have to look a little deeper in the book here.
Oh, there's that whole thing too.
Trending tracks.
I just looked in the back a little bit.
And you got to look in the table of contents.
Well, we just let the camera sit there. Hi.
If there is an approving counter on that track, move it and remove the approving counter from the track. There we go. All right.
That's what
So
we
Russia's
do.
going to get 6 minus 1, which is 5 actions.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we perform it in order until we are out of actions. So action number 1, grab the 6-sided die. We're going to keep track of our actions there. Action number 1, terror in Central South Asia. Are there at least 5 total terror group levels in Central South Asia?
Central South Asia. There is 6.
6. Okay, well, looks like we're doing this. All right, so use 1 action to remove 1 terror level group from the largest in the region.
That's a good thing.
This represents Russia dealing with internal dissent among ethnic, political, religious opposition in the stands. So we're going to remove a level 3 terror group, which is really, really nice.
Level 2. So we already have
Yes.
in gathering a level 3 terror group in Africa.
Okay,
2.
action 2. Action number 2.
Okay, 4 actions left.
We're going to quell rising internal dissent. Roll a d10 and add 1 because we're at posture 2?
2.
You rolled a 2. All right. Use one Russian action to allocate the
Well, I rolled a 1.
human and financial capital needed to address political, social, and infrastructure costs, strengthening the Kremlin's hold on power, war on corruption, strengthening financial and social institutions, monitoring and combining social discontent, etc. In effect, Russia loses an action that could have been used elsewhere. So
They're down to 2 actions left with this.
They're down to 3 actions. This one, then 2 more. Okay. Reinforcements. If Russia is at war,
no,
they're not. So we're not going to do that one. All right. Possible Syrian intervention. If you're a new player, if it's year 1 of the game, skip this action. It is year 1. Okay. All right. New conflict in Eastern Europe or Central South Asia. Is there a rogue state of any level in either region that is not already at war with anyone?
No.
There is no rogue state in Eastern Europe or Central South Asia.
Eastern Europe, no. Central South Asia, no.
No rogue state, okay.
There's a rogue state in the Middle East, but we're at war.
Right. Okay. If we have any Russian actions left, we do as much of the following remaining action hierarchy as you can. All right. Cyber attacks and online disinformation campaigns to disrupt, weaken, confuse, and delay. So make 2 attacks using the chart to the right if at posture 1, 3 if at 2. So we're at posture 2, so we're going to make 3 attacks here. All right, we're going to determine the target first. So roll a d10.
7.
7. They're targeting U.S. relationship with European allies. So roll another. Okay. Another d10.
1.
1 is a success.
Mm.
Okay. The NATO ally relationship. Okay, decrease the NATO ally relationship by 1 level. Where's the NATO allies?
Got it.
Yeah.
So we're close with him now.
Okay. Make another attack. This is the part that stinks for us.
2. No.
2, they're targeting the political cohesion.
Already rolled it. 7.
7 is a failure.
Yeah.
All right. Attack number 3.
9.
They're targeting Eastern European democracies.
3.
3 is a success. Add Russian influence counter in Eastern Europe. Well, we're going to not want that to happen. Okay. So we still have actions remaining. Proceed to action 2 on the next page. We do.
No, no. Are those all actions?
No, that was 1 action. So lower the die by 1.
1 action left.
Initiate multi-domain, low-intensity gray zone attacks to expand Russia's influence in neighboring regions. All right. Attempt to expand Russia's influence in 1 region. Attempt in the first region where the conditions are met. All right. So in any region where they have 3 or more influence, they don't have 3 or more influence anywhere. All right. Attempt to expand Russian influence in Eastern Europe if there are 0 to 1 counters in Eastern Europe and no base.
So 0 to 1. What does that mean?
0 to 1 influence counters.
There's 2.
Okay. 2 Russia influence counters on it and no base. This 2 Russian
Yeah.
influence counters on it and no base. Well, that would be and 3 influence counters or a base in the Eurozone. Okay. So if there are 3 or less. Okay, so attempt to expand Russian influence. So what we're going to do is make one roll.
Of the D10?
We're going to make a roll on D10 on the Eurozone.
2.
What's the regional alignment on Eurozone?
6.
So that's a roll of 8. So that would be a success. So place a Russian influence on Eurozone. All right, and we have 1 action remaining, so we continue on to this step.
No, it's fine.
Compromise to facilitate removal of sanctions. There are no sanctions on Russia, so we don't do that. If we still have actions, exploit, secure, militarize the Arctic, roll a D10.
3.
3. Deep sea mining yields Arctic riches. Place an improving economy counter on Russia's state of economy track.
God, again.
Now we're finally out of actions. Thank God.
Yay. Are they done now?
They're done.
All right, now we move on to any 3 actions.
So we get to do any 3 actions.
So what do we want to do? Diplomatic, military, domestic, or presidential master actions? I say use a military because we're in a war right now.
We could do a mix of any 3. Well, keep in mind we have to get the bill passed.
What bill?
Otherwise, we lose.
What bill?
Right? Or, well, we don't lose, but we need it as part of one of our conditions.
Social Security. We have to do that, right?
Social Security is our campaign promise.
Well, we can do that in 4 years.
Well, yeah, but we have to have it done so that way we got to get the bill out here. So,
All right, so you want to get a bill out there? How do you do that? Probably
look on the charts.
diplomatic.
It's probably going to be a domestic or presidential. We can spend 2 APs to take 1 additional action of any type at the end of this segment.
I agree with.
So we need to get a bill up and running. Where's our scenario book?
Encourage bipartisan scenario book. Encourage bipartisan in Congress. Increase your ability to introduce and pass legislation.
I think that's what we need to do.
I think that's the only thing I see in domestic presidential.
We improve our public approval.
We can do that right here.
Our Homeland Security track needs to be way up. Which it's not right now yet. State of economy needs to be way up. So we have a worsening economy token, so we need to probably get rid of that.
All right, so here we can.
And we need the Social Security bill passed.
During an active emergency.
Lots of books, lots of charts, lots of decisions.
It's not bipartisanship. We can presidential presence that increases media relations, public approval.
How about we worry about Homeland Security and state of economy? State of economy more over than anything else because we have a worsening economy token already. So we need to improve the economy. It's also been a little while since we played the game. The more you play this game, the easier it gets because you kind of just rifle through and learn the actions. So, like, This first turn is going to take a while, and then after that, it kind of speeds up a bit. But the game takes a long time to finish. It just does. Long time to set up and a long time to finish.
So we need to improve the economy.
Yes. Bring the charts over here.
Oh,
What happened?
stepped on a pin.
On what?
On a pin.
A pin.
Yeah.
What kind of pin? Okay.
It hurt.
Well, pin it back up. I'll pin it back up there. Did it go in your foot?
Did it go in my foot?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What are we doing?
I don't know. You said hand you the charts.
Right. Where's the chart for the state of the economy?
I don't know.
It should be domestic
Okay.
or presidential. Attempt to stimulate economy. There we go. All right. So
It's right there, right? I'll be right back.
all right. The cost in action, and we can spend 2 APs, which we will, to get -2 DRMs. So what we do is we make a state of the economy check, which is D18. So we'd have to consult the chart D18, which I will. So here's an example of all the books that you have charts in that you can roll on. And we're looking at the domestic chart, D18, domestic 18, which is actually on the back page. Sweet. Okay, so find the current rating. So the current rating is at 6. That's our state of economy currently. We spent 2 action points for -2 DRMs. We're going to roll a D10. That's a 7 minus 2 is 5. If the result is equal to or less than the current rating, then you've passed the check. Okay. If the result is greater, then you have failed the check. So, we passed the check. So we place an improving economy, which means we just get rid of the worsening economy. Ta-da! And there's one of our 3 actions. And then for action 2, we don't have any terror groups in CONUS, which is nice.
What are we doing?
We successfully removed
Okay.
this, but we do want
7.
I think we could do it again. Yeah, one addition. Okay, so we did spend 2 APs, or well, we could spend 2 APs to get 1 extra action at the end of this.
You
thing.
have a lot of APs.
Yeah, I know. All right, what do we want to do next?
Is there anything about Homeland Security on there? Probably in military.
We'll look on the military chart.
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. You got to remember how to get a bill introduced. So we can get one bill passed because of our bipartisan current. This is where having someone in chat who's played the game before would help a little bit. Maybe they could say, "Oh, I played, and here's the thing," so that way it saves us a little time. Yeah. Anyway.
Comment.
Look on there and see if there's anything you want to do. Let me look here.
Attack groups and codes. Remove tensions from the photos, codes.
Where's the military chart?
A person watching.
Where's the military chart? Nope, not watching.
No. It's a.
Right.
Somewhere over.
All right, let's get rid of some of this terror, I guess. So we have in Africa a level 3 terror group up here. So what we can do is we can perform a raid or strike on a terror group. So it costs an action. We'll spend an action.
You have to spend APs for that.
So we're gonna have one left. No, we don't.
Okay.
If it costs an AP, it'll tell us. Choose between one of the two following. We can perform a special operations raid on a terror group. That must be in the fixed box. Okay. Or we can perform 2 drone strikes or airstrikes on the terror group. We can't attack the same terror group twice. There are 2 terror groups in Africa. So if we wanted to.
We don't have them both on the intel track, though.
Terror groups can be in either the fixed or the. Okay, so let's perform a soft raid.
Okay.
So we need WM2. WM is going to be over here.
Soft raid table.
Okay. What is it? All right. Maybe you should be reading and I should be doing. All right, soft raid table. So raid can be launched on a terror group that occupies the fixed box. Let's look at our DRMs. There is a special ops and an intel, so we're -1. There is a focused national intel, so we're at -2.
Yeah.
If UK, NATO, or joint ally raid in Eurozone or in Eastern Europe, it's not. It's not an Israeli raid. No +1 there. All right, so we're at -2.
All right. -1.
All right, we got him. High value terror leader killed. Survivor scatter. Decrease the terror group by 2 levels.
Ooh, down to 1.
Boom, down to 1.
Wait, did you put like a target fixed on it or something? What the heck did we do?
Let's see. Move the terror group to the gathering box.
It was already in the gap.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. +3 public approval. 1, 2, 3. +1 legacy point. Well, that's really good.
Ooh, legacy point?
Yeah.
Wow.
Use captured intel to make an immediate intel attempt against one other terror group in the region. Then choose either -1 regional crisis, which we will.
A regional crisis at 2.
Okay, so we could do a with an automatic success. No, sorry. Attempt against one other terror group in the region.
So this one? Oh no, other one? I don't know.
Yeah, you could do that one, but it's
Okay.
not in the
It's not in the.
box, so we can't really do that. But that's okay. We got
We got down to 1.
got a really good result right there. All right, we have 1 action left.
What are our abilities?
Oh yeah, our abilities are start a turn 2 or 4, and at the start of each turn we decrease in terror group and CONUS. But that is a non-factor right now. Okay. Let's see. Anybody regional alignment like bad that we need to go up?
These guys, Central South Asia and Middle East, are both at 4.
Are they in the red?
They're in the red.
They're in the red,
Yes.
and they
Those
have
are the only ones
they got a
though.
lot of terror over there too, don't they?
We got a lot of things over there in general. And we have a war in the Middle East. With a rogue state. There's unstable state in both. It's not going very well.
It's our cabinet effectiveness. I think we should try to improve cabinet effectiveness.
Because we
It's
always
not
make
very
a cabinet effectiveness check
Yeah.
and we always fail.
All right. So we can spend an AP to add -1, which we will. We need the table, the D2 table. I have the D domestic D2 table right here. If we spent an AP, we did. Okay, what's the domestic rating of our chief of staff?
Chief staff is the second.
1.
1.
So -1 there. We don't have team builder, and there are no tensions counters. So we're at -2.
-2.
Go ahead and roll it.
Gotta roll a what?
You're rolling a D6.
Negative.
Perfect. Place an improving counter on cabinet effectiveness track. 1 advisor becomes experienced. We're going to roll a D6 to determine which one. Okay.
1.
So cabinet effectiveness improving. We need an improving counter, Lewis. And the Secretary of State is going to become experienced,
Wait, so where would it be?
which does nothing. There's still 110.
Oh, well, great. But do you get a +1 action?
No +1 action. We can always
So
ask for the
let's
resignation too. It's part of an action that we can do if we want to do. All right, we're out of actions. Oh no, we get an extra one because we spent.
Yeah.
Or no, we didn't spend yet, but we can. Let's do it.
Can.
So we'll spend 2 APs to go to 9.
Where are the improving?
I don't know. It just says place an improving counter.
No legislation this time.
Just need a counter that says improving. By the way, you're casting a pretty huge shadow over the board right now, but that's okay. Move the tokens trays over there.
Impeachment.
All right, what else can we do?
Just use the improving economy ones, I guess.
All right, any regional crises that we have to worry about? Everything's
We
pretty,
decreased
right here,
4.
right here, right here, Middle East.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and do that one. So let's do crisis relief. The diplomatic rating of our Secretary of State is 1.
Mhm.
So we're going to be at -1. The regional stability is not 6 or higher.
Put that on there. Oh, you already put it on there?
Yeah. So go ahead and roll here
A D10?
D10.
3 I rolled.
3 minus 1 is 2. We're going to decrease the regional crisis by 1 box.
Good.
Okay, nicely done. Still have regional crisis of 2 over here. Okay. That's it for our actions. Draw a chit, Lewis.
Oh, God. I don't like drawing these chits. Draw 2 crisis cards.
Draw 2 crisis cards.
It's
Okie dokie.
not
Here's
good.
crisis card number 1. Breaking news. Immediate. New legislation. Place 1 new bill of your choice from the unused bills box in the 0 space on the pending bills tracks.
Woo!
As new legislation yours. That's perfect. We're going to
Social
place.
Security.
Is that the one?
That's the one. Homeland Security.
Social Security bill. Yes, we need to sign our own Social Security bill.
1 moment.
Draw and place a new friend in Congress.
Ooh. Man, really getting it going.
So what happened here was a former president endorsed us and our domestic agenda. So hey,
New friend.
perhaps it was Bill Clinton.
Hugo Torres.
Hugo Torres is our new friend.
And we have Social Security.
Okay. And this bill goes in. Let's see. Goes in the hours. 0 if there's a split. -1 box. Introduced. What was that chart? Oh, it was the events. Oop. In the 0 space of unpassed bills. 0 space the pending bills. Okay. Track as new legislation. So this is our bill. All right, and then we roll a d10.
3.
A 3, we receive 3 APs.
Oh, that's good.
So we receive 3 APs. That's
All
one.
right.
All right, that's one event.
1 event. That was a good event, too.
All right, crisis pile number 2. Border skirmish in India.
Yay.
Immediate. Roll a d10 to determine which nation was involved in this border skirmish.
8.
And 8 says Pakistan. Increase India's conflict track with Pakistan. 1 box. Place 2 tensions counters on India.
We're not really close. We have 3 tension counters on India now.
And +1 regional crisis in Central South Asia.
Oh,
So regional crisis is at 3. This is real bad. All right, there's 2 tension counters with India. Okay, things are going to heck over there. All right, well, there you go. It was that a plus chit?
Yeah.
It was. So draw again.
Domestic crisis.
Domestic crisis.
It says a D10 question mark inside of it.
Okay.
Roll for domestic crisis.
We roll for domestic crisis.
Probably.
Consult the main book there
Wait.
on the chits.
For the hard play. That's such a trick. Domestic arena, the world arena, diplomatic arena. What would it be in?
I don't know. Look at the table of contents.
Man,
Domestic crisis.
domestic. Domestic crisis levels, page 27.
Page 27. There you go.
Domestic crisis levels. The domestic crisis level is found on the bottom of CONUS and World sections of the main board. It measures the intensity of a domestic crisis developing in the U.S. If the count reaches 3, domestic failure occurs. Okay, so that's all it says about that.
That's it. I'm going to keep reading and find something else. Okay.
Oh, I kind of.
D9. Let's go to D9.
No. I know what it means.
Domestic crisis event table.
You roll.
Here we go. All right. Whenever you draw the domestic crisis chit, do the following: place a tensions counter on the POTUS cabinet focus, priority in 6-to-1 order. So we need a tensions counter on priority 6. Okay, roll a d10 and consult the table. There are no DRMs here. 3, health crisis, epidemic. +1 domestic crisis. -3 public approval.
Mm-hmm.
Move healthcare reform to public priority number 1.
Oh, that's great. That was amazing.
Well, that's not good. We lost all of our public approval. It's a friggin' epidemic. Okay.
And guess what?
+1, right? Okay. So draw again.
We probably placed them on here.
You do place them on there, but
2 cascading events.
cascading events.
I
don't know where that pile would be right now.
It's right here.
That pile?
Those are terrorism. These are cascading.
Okay. Shuffle them up. This could be bad or good. Multiple mass shootings. Renew public demand for new gun legislation. Okay, well, this is terrible. +1 domestic crisis, -2 public approval.
Oh my god. Oh, well, that was great.
And this is not 2 or 3, so where does cascading go in? Does it go in the
It'll tell you
reshuffle
on the
pile?
bottom,
well,
in the very bottom.
doesn't tell me.
It
Doesn't.
It goes from that to deck 2 to deck 3 to this kind.
So it goes to deck 2?
Yep.
Shoot. Next one.
Yay.
Arms sales to Saudi Arabia anger Iran and
How
fuel
many
the
do you
conflict. You said do 2, right?
Yeah.
Place 1 AP counter. Place a +1 AP counter on Gulf states ally. Improve ally relationship 1 level.
Gulf states.
Yeah. Improve the relationship 1 level.
They're close.
Okay. Place a tensions counter on Iran,
Another one?
Gulf states, and Israel. and increase the Gulf states Iran conflict 1 box. And that goes to pile 2.
Well, we have 3 tensions counters on Israel, 3 tensions counters on Iran, and 2 tensions counters on
These are going to be bad.
Gulf states.
All right, we're done with that. So we don't
Good.
draw anymore, even though it is a plus. And instead, we go to Ally Rogue Group. Randomly draw one of the 4 ally chits to determine which group activates. Then we're going to refer to the WA book.
Here. Knew we forgot to get these out.
Okay, randomly pick one.
C.
C. This is going to be Australia, Israel, India, Rogue.
Yay.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Okay, they act only in their current region. When it's an ally group's turn to act. So we're going to activate Australia first.
Australia is down here.
What is the relationship with Australia?
Very close.
Very close. They get 2 joint actions. Perform a number of joint actions. Where are the joint actions? Australia. Okay. Wait a minute. Possible joint actions you can choose are listed below under possible joint actions. The ally must choose like a counter. Possible joint actions. Okay, so we can do intel, raid, attempt to stabilize, reinforce, de-escalate, or request UN humanitarian aid, or remove stress. Is there a lot of tension?
We have 0 tensions.
Okay, no tension from that ally, so we don't want to do that. Stabilize. How about regional crisis? Where is that at?
A regional crisis? What is that 1?
Is that 1? All right, do they have a terror there?
They have 1 level 1 terror group.
It's not in the fixed box, though, right?
No.
All right, so let's go ahead and do intel. So we're going to locate a terror group, choose a terror group, place the group in a gather intel box. Okay, that's 1 action. We get 2.
Okay, what else do we want to do?
I guess we could do it again and move them to the...
Okay, there. We're in the locate.
All right, that's it for that.
So Australia.
So
Israel.
then we're going to flip all tensions counters, reveal their values,
On
make a
Israel.
unilateral action die. No, on Australia.
Unilateral.
All right, unilateral. There's -1 because there's no tensions. And there's no level 3. How many tension counters are on China?
China.
Yeah.
1.
Okay, and we are at war. So we're at just a net 0 here. Roll the d10 and see what happens.
3.
Stabilize. -1 to the regional crisis. Good news.
They're at 0.
All right. Australia's gone. Let's activate Israel.
We have 3 tensions counters on Israel. So
What's our relationship with Israel?
Very close.
Very close. So we get 2 actions. Israel's over here.
Yep.
Well, when we do intel, they get 2 intel. So let's do an intel and put both of these on gathering.
Okay.
And then we could do it again and move them both to locating.
Okay.
All right, let's just do that. Sounds good. All right. Unilateral for Israel. Oh, hold on. Flip over all the counters.
So in total, we are at +2.
+2. Okay.
Yes.
+2. Any Iran influence over there?
Yes, 1.
So +3. Is there a rogue state in the Middle East? We're
Yep.
+4. Half the status of the nuclear missile program. There's nothing. And Israel's not at war. So we're at +3.
That's not good. At 5 in total.
5 in total is a raid. Reduce a terror group by 1 level. Let's just eliminate the level 1.
Yep.
Yeah, we did something good. Okay. All right, Israel. Good job, Israel. Activate India.
India, we're close with India.
Close with India means we get 1 joint action.
Okay, what do they want to do?
Yeah, what's going on in
There's
India?
tons of terror
There's a lot of
groups.
things going on in India. Oh, hold on. We have to draw 1 more tension counter for Israel. So it's going to have 1 tension on it.
Okay.
All right, India. India's got a lot of tension. We get 1 action here.
Well, there's a lot of terror in India too.
And the regional crisis is bad.
Everything's bad.
Let's try to stabilize the region.
Okay.
-1 if there's 0. No. This will be a D10 roll.
3.
We got it. So, regional stability.
Up 1.
Yep. Okay, flip the tensions.
In total, we are at +4.
Ooh. +4. Yikes. +4 for India. Are there any level 3 or 4s?
3, 4, no.
Okay. India, China conflict is at 1. We're good there. India, Pakistan is at 3. We're not good there. So we're at +5.
9.
9. Brown results. India's at war. Okay. All right. Border tensions with China. Increase India-China conflict 1 box. If this causes war, there is no surprise. So India-China just goes up to 2. That's pretty okay.
Good.
All right. That wasn't too bad.
Now the rogue states go.
Uh-huh. Okay. Skip this if there are no rogue state counters on the map.
There is a rogue state. We are
Perform the process for each rogue state counter on the map.
Each? Oh, we
Each.
only have 1. Good.
Where is it?
In the Middle East.
Okay, it's a level 2, right?
Yes.
If level 1 or level 2 rogue state is at war,
Yep.
Do A only. Okay, roll a D10.
6.
+1 strength. So the strength goes to 7.
That's not good for us at all. We want to win the war.
You probably leave all those numbered counters down here.
Okay.
In fact, you know what? We're just going to put them over here with the tension markers.
There's too much space for attention markers.
Then we're going to check the unstable states to finish this segment of the game. All right, so roll d10 for each unstable state counter in Middle East and Africa.
Okay, Middle East. 7. Alright, so Middle East and Africa.
Middle East. So go Middle East here. Roll
1.
for the unstable state.
7.
7 on the unstable state. Hang on a second. Keep it on the map. Africa.
7. Keep it on the map.
Okay.
That's it?
Yep. Actually, those would have been 8s, but 8's still on the map.
We have Central America, South America, Central South Asia.
Okay, then we do
Europe.
POTUS cabinet focus.
This is always fun. We know how to do this.
Refer to the POTUS cabinet focus section on the board, beginning with POTUS cabinet focus priority 6, continuing to 5, and so on and so forth. Roll a d6 for each focus priority. Do not roll for any focus priority that has a tensions counter next to it. These priorities have been shuffled aside for now because they have other crises going on. If the result of the d6 falls within range listed below, immediately apply the result of success effect according to the following chart. If it doesn't fall within the range, there's no effect at all.
Okay, let's roll.
So,
Starting with 5, 1 to
so
2.
POTUS
Success.
cabinet focus.
Right there.
All right. What's a successful roll here?
It says on it.
Roll a
Just
d6.
1 to 2.
Okay. So start with 5 there.
1, yay!
1 is a success. Which one is that?
That's 5.
5, which is what?
Public/press relations.
Either +3 to public approval or +1 to public approval and +1 to media relations.
Well,
Let's go 1 and 1.
Let's go +1.
Let's go 1 and 1. All right. All right. Number 4. Need a 1 to 3.
2.
Cabinet effectiveness.
Oh, we
Roll a
increased
d6.
1.
Place an improving counter on cabinet effectiveness.
And
Cabinet
we just-
effectiveness goes up.
Bump it up.
Okay.
Woo!
All right. Number 3 is address domestic crises.
4 we succeeded on that.
That would be great to succeed on that. -1 to domestic crisis. Perfect. How did it go all the way up to 2? I thought we had it under control.
Nope.
Okay. Number 2 is economy.
Oh,
That's a fail. And number 1 is homeland security. That's a
We-
success.
yes, we needed that.
So homeland security is decrease the terror group in the U.S. by 1 level. If none, then +1 to homeland security.
Woohoo!
But -2 to public approval because we're shooting people or something. Okay, tensions counters. All right, that's it. Move forward 1 space.
That you put the wrong
De-
Woohoo!
Okay. Decrease media relations by 1 box.
No,
They decrease over time. Perform 2 domestic actions. We can spend 2 APs to take an additional one if we would like.
probably will. We need
All
some
right,
actions.
so we need domestic actions. We're over an hour, so we're going to finish out this segment and be done.
Right, so we have 4 more things for you guys today, and we're gonna finish off the live.
Where's the
stream.
economy? I think we should try to stimulate the economy.
Okay.
All right, we'll spend 2 APs to get a -2 to the DRM roll here. And we're going to D18. Again, because we know that the economic crisis is going to happen. I mean, we have that information, right? Because we know what happened. We're going to try to stimulate the economy as much as possible. So D18. What? Great.
Ooh, it smells.
Okay. All right. Find the rating. Roll a D10. Our rating is 6 or minus 2.
8, which turns into 6.
Which turns into 6. Equal to or less than we've passed.
Woohoo!
Okay, so economy improving.
Yeah.
Put it up here.
Woohoo! Yeah.
All right, that's one action. We
No more.
get 2 more if we spend 2 APs.
Oh, we go low on APs then for the rest of the time.
I
Then we
know.
should.
Maybe not. I don't know. All right. Lewis, what are you doing, dude?
I'm not doing anything. I'm not even touching the wall.
Domestic crises. I don't like this up here.
I can't.
So we need to make a cabinet effectiveness check.
Oh, God. Oh, we just improved it, didn't we?
We did.
So we need a 5 or lower. Is there any
Yeah.
DRMs?
We can spend 2 to lower it by 2.
No.
So no,
Okay. 10.
that's a fail. All right. I guess we're not going to spend it then. It's for the extra one. So okay. All right. We'll go to the legislative segment. So determine support opposition to pending bills. Total separately the sum of the legislative ratings of all your friends in the congressional friends box. 4, 7, 8.
Wow.
Then subtract the total rating of the opponents. 4.
4.
If the result is positive, you may move that number of bills 1 box in either direction on the pending bills track, thus increasing or diminishing the support.
Yay. We need that.
We do. Okay, now we attempt to pass it. The number in the current box in the bipartisan cooperation section is the number of bills we may now attempt to pass. 1.
Yay.
So we need to do this. Let's see. If you control both houses,
Yep.
we do. You can choose which of the pending bills to try and pass. Social Security. Okay. To attempt to pass a bill, we're going to roll a d6 and apply the DRM from the pending box. From the pending box the bill is currently in. All right. So we get a -1 DRM here on our roll.
8.
There's no. It's a D6.
Oh.
It's a D6.
2.
2 is a pass. Okay. For any bills that are pass, roll on the D5 chart. Okay, so we passed the bill. Okay.
Wow, we did our campaign promise in the first.
For any bills
activation.
passed, roll on D5. Well, actually, we'll have to see if it's passed. We'll have to roll on the D5 chart first. All right, we're trying to pass a Social Security bill, which is funny. But hey. Okay. All right, so before a bill can be signed or vetoed, roll a d6 because all the chart below to determine the quality of the bill, the legacy points you receive from it, the consequences if you decide to veto, and what the game effects will be. So, -1 if the bipartisan cooperation counter is on the rightmost. It's not. +1 if it's on the leftmost. It's not. Each time you sign in oppositions, -1 the party relations on the right box. Each time you roll an adjusted 1 or less on the chart below becomes a landmark bill. Okay, so we want to try to get a landmark bill. This is Social Security reform. And see if we have any DRMs here. I feel like we should, but I don't know that we do. Oh, okay. All right, Lewis.
Yep. Roll d6.
Roll a d6. Okay. We add an improving economy counter on the strength of the economy, so that goes up to peak performance.
Yes. That is a good thing.
Good enough. It's not a landmark bill.
No.
We get +2 public approval, so we go to 46%. And then because it's a campaign promise, we also gain these additional things. If the bill is a campaign promise, you'll receive the following effects. All right. Good bill, +2 public approval. So we go to 50%.
Nice.
Half the people like us. +1 party relations. Well, that's good. Now we got 5 friends.
Yeah.
And then +1 AP. So we go to 11. Sweet. We passed our campaign promise. So Social Security has been passed.
We should get way more than that for finishing in like the first quarter of
I
a
know,
year.
right? Okay. For a bill that was passed, roll. If you sign it, place it in the passed legislation box. We did. Adjust legislative priorities.
It's what?
Adjust the legislative priorities.
Well, we done with that.
So Social Security, I guess it comes off.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. Might have to read in the book what to do with that one.
Governing manual. So what would it be called?
Legislative segment. All right. Remove all bills currently in the cannot be placed. Place them in unused. You may now voluntarily remove any of your bills. We're not going to do that.
Legislation or past legislation?
Yeah, either. Okay, so we can introduce. Get him.
Man, you gotta get down.
The number in the current box in the bipartisan cooperation section is the number of bills that are now introduced. One bill is introduced.
Healthcare reform?
Sure, that is public legislative number 1. So get healthcare reform over. And we're going to place it in the 0.
Return it to the supply, but leave the space empty.
Okay. So here
Well,
it is.
We need
Here
to
you go.
get it from here, too.
No. Go ahead and leave that on there.
Okay.
Well, yeah. All right. So we'll do healthcare reform, and it goes on the 0. Okay. Oh, nope, it goes on the pluses.
Goes towards opponent?
Oh, we have both, so it goes on -1.
Alright, is that it? because I have this chit ready.
Okay, then we determine the media result. So the media ratings of all friends and opponents. So we're going to move 3 public approval.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
There are no scandals. Adjust bipartisan. Examine all friends and opponents. If there are more moderates than radicals, move it right 1 box. If there are more radicals than moderates, move it left 1 box. No, now it's going to be contentious. Shoot. So we're not going to be able to pass any bill.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, we need to get that up. ASAP.
Yep. Perform 1 immediate free action of any type for each of your bills that were passed. You can also gain an immediate free action if you confirmed the Supreme Court justice or did a greater society bill. We did not, so we get to do 1 free action. Well, let's try to do bipartisan whatever here. So check that one, see if it's on that chart.
What chart? Yep.
It is? Okay.
Encourage bipartisanship in Congress.
All right, what do we do?
Cost 1 action plus 1 AP.
Okay.
Roll D6. DRMs -1 if you have the moderate influence POTUS attribute.
We don't.
Oh god, this is not going to be good.
Oh, we do have the moderate influence.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, then you distract me, so I gotta leave it.
So we're 2.
Move the bipartisan cooperation counter right 1 on the box on the bipartisan cooperation track.
Sounds good. It's move 1. Okay. Advance on the track. Draw a chit.
I already did 2
What is it?
2
2 what?
crisis cards.
2 crisis cards. First crisis is terror groups merge.
Oh no.
Choose a region where there are either 2 level 1s or a level 1 and a level 2.
That one. This one.
All right, we'll do that one. Prioritize the level 1 and level 2. Yeah, okay. Remove those 2 groups and replace them with 1 new terror group that is the sum of the others.
3.
And it's placed off the intel track, and this goes in the reshuffle.
Isn't a reshuffle.
This one goes in the D, the discard pile. This one goes in the discard pile. That one goes in the reshuffle pile. All right, second crisis. Technological breakthrough.
Oh.
Roll a D10, immediate.
9.
9, China develops a new high-tech military technology.
Well, that's not a good.
Increase one of the country's strategic capabilities tracks by 2 boxes.
What?
Choose an area in which they trail the U.S. by the greatest deficit. Decide randomly if it's equal. It's not. Well, it is equal. It's equal between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well,
So
no,
go ahead and roll a D10, and 6, 7, and 2 will be rerolls. Oh, wait, no, actually.
It's tied between the greatest. So everything.
So
Gotta roll
2,
a 6, 7, or 2.
6, 7, or 2.
4.
Actually, hold on.
7.
The 2,
Is 1 through 5.
no, we can go 1 through 3, 4 through 6, 7 through 9, and T10's a reroll.
Okay. 10.
Reroll.
9.
9, so that's this one. So increase China 2.
Oh, God.
So their space race is on. Increase that country's relative strength by 1 box on one of their conflicts tracks chosen randomly. So India, China, China, Japan. So roll a D10.
1.
Okay, it'll be +3 for China on the India-China track. All right, and this goes in the reshuffle pile. Okay, next step is focused national intelligence.
Well, we have focused national intelligence in 2 places.
Da-da-da-da-dum. If you have the exceptional White House resource card, no. All right, so we're going to roll on the focused national intelligence table for each region that has an F9 counter and determine the effects of our focused intel in that region. You may then move the counter to a new world region if you wish. So, go ahead and roll a D10, and we have DRMs. So, where is our? You roll the 2.
1 to 10.
Where's our? Oh, here. All right, let's see what our DRMs are. Go ahead and we'll figure this out in a sec. So, -1 if recon, intel gathering, strategic capability is higher than both. It is. -1 if cyber warfare. It is. No one has influence in that region, so we're at -2.
7.
Effects on terrorism. Move a 3-2-1 terror group in the region to the locating box. Fizzles.
Okay.
All right. We can keep it there, or we can move it.
I move it over here.
Let's keep it in the Middle East. We can move Africa's over there.
Okay, so let's roll for Africa now.
We'll roll for Africa. At -2 again.
0.
Okay. Move a terror group to the targeting box. If there are any remaining terror groups that are not in the intel boxes, move to the gathering box. Got it. Effects on war. Choose one. Pre-war intel. If you go to war with one of your military actions in the segment or the action phase, you receive a -1 surprise bonus. If we're currently involved in the war in the region, or not. If there's a civil war in the region, there is. You may choose to share intel with the UN in order to get them to intervene. Make a broker peace talks roll in the UN for the chosen civil war with an overall DRM of -2. So hold on, we need the WM4.
Do not have WMs over here.
WM4, I have WM here. Broker peace chart. And this is going to be at -2.
3.
3, it's a civil war. So ceasefire. Replace it with Civil War ceasefire.
Well, that's kind of a good thing.
And decrease the regional crisis. Go to 0.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Right, that was great.
Now, do you want to
move forward 1 turn?
Any 4
diplomatic or military actions. All right. Diplomatic or military. Okay. I feel like we should improve regional alignments. We haven't done any of that, and the alignments are very bad all over the place.
4, 5.
Like the world hates us.
Well, Central South.
This is trending up.
So maybe we go for the Trenting anti-US one.
Okay, we can do that because regional alignment down here is bad. So this will be one of our 4 actions. So we're going to try and improve diplomatic relations in where?
The Middle
In
East.
Central South Asia.
Oh, no, Central South Asia.
Ooh, this is going to be rough.
Really?
Yeah. What's their alignment?
4.
Okay, we're at -1.
You gotta roll 5 or lower.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Fail.
Ugh, what, do we want to do it again?
No, I mean, we have other things we can be doing.
We'll do a military or in war.
Do you want to put some sanctions on Russia? Is there...
Sure.
All right, we're going to try and sanction Russia here. It is at a 4 or 5. We're going to roll D10. We have. Are there 2 tension counters? No. -1 for diplomatic. We could spend an AP to make it. Yeah, we will make it -1, so it's -2. Relations with Congress is 7 or greater. It
Is.
so we're -3. -3.
1.
1.
Mm-hmm.
That is a success. Put a unilateral sanction in the target country. And if Russia or China, okay. So they were trending anti-US, so we removed the counter and moved this down 1. So they distrust us now, but we put sanctions on them so we can help their actions not be so great. All right, that's 2 actions. We have 2 more. What do we want to do here?
Can we try to do this one now in the Middle East?
Do what?
They're pro-trending U.S. or like the alignment.
Trending anti-US?
They're trending pro-U.S.
Oh, these?
Yeah.
Oh, regional alignment. Sure. Go ahead, D18.
Ooh.
What'd you roll?
10.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, well, that was also bad.
It's just no effect. It's a fail. No effect.
As we have 1 more.
Good lord. Let's try to lower this regional crisis here.
Okay.
It's going to cost a D10. We're at -1.
6.
Oh, 6, yeah. Decreased by 1. All right. That's 4 actions.
All right, and that is where we end.
And that is the
activation phase 1.
1. So we're going to go to activation phase 2.
And
maybe
that
on the
does
next
not
segment.
mean we're on year 2 next.
No.
It means we are on activation phase 2.
So each year of the campaign has 4 activation phases. Quarters, so to speak. So, again, the game takes a while. We've been streaming for 1 hour and 33 minutes.
The first quarter of the game went well for us, I feel like.
It went okay. I don't
Yeah.
know how well I feel about it. But, all right, that's it for us for now.
We'll be back with more Mr. President and other videos.